Joanna. How you gonna do me like Joanna? Joanna. Hey Joanna. Hey Joanna. Joanna. Ay ay ay. Hey.
This video is long overdue. This video is so long overdue. Okay, here it goes. First, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate every single one of you. To all my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for choosing me to watch. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to press the bell so you can be notified of all my new videos. Let's get straight into this series. So I wanted to start this YouTube series. I wanted to kind of explain all the experiences that I'm going through and pretty much what I had to go through. Putting this out there, just hoping that I could give my view on pregnancy as well as the different contraceptives out there in the world that you can take. I'm just putting myself out there in this series, specifically in this video, just giving my view on pre-pregnancy using a contraceptive. So I am currently pregnant and I've been on an IUD contraceptive for approximately 2 years. So the contraceptive, or IUD as they call it, that I was on was by the name of Jaded. So I started it 2 months after having my first baby, my daughter, my baby girl. And I didn't really do any research on it. I just pretty much took the advice from my doctor. My doctor said that I should have an IUD, specifically after having a baby. So that's what I did. I brought the IUD. I think it was about $100. Had an appointment with my doctor and he put it in. After that, I said, oh, okay, I don't have to worry about having another baby right now. And I didn't do any research. I think I might have did a little bit of research on it, but nothing excessively. For the time limit, I can't remember if I knew it was 2 years instead of 5 years. I just remember that my doctor told me that I only need to renew it every 4 to 5 years. I just want to say to you, women, men, or whoever out there, if you're taking any drugs or if any doctor tells you to take any drugs, do your research. Always do your research. Make sure that you do your homework and figure out what you're taking, how to take it, and what you should take it with, because it's really, really, really important. Especially if it's something that's going inside of your body and that is staying inside of your body for a long period of time. Do your research. Let me tell you my story. So January 2019, I was not feeling like myself at all. I just remember being sick, feeling extreme pain in my abdomen, and it was constant pain. I noticed that I missed my period, which never happens. Ever since I started taking this contraceptive, I've always had my period. It's never been late. I used to use an app that kind of told me in advance when my period was coming and would always be right. So I would record on the app if I had cramps, how I was feeling, and it was a really great app to use because it was like A1 and it was always on point. So I had this continuous pain and my period never came. I also did a pregnancy test, and the pregnancy test pretty much said I wasn't pregnant. So I'm like, okay, this pain is not going away. Told my husband, well, my husband pretty much knew. He said, go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital, which was the super hospital, and I did tests. So after all my tests, they came to a conclusion, which was one, that I had a cyst on my ovaries, which was pretty big. I think it's pretty big. And that my IUD is sitting very low, that it's not in the right place. So I was like, what do you mean it's not in the right place? It's sitting very low. They said, go to your gynecologist and have it removed as soon as possible. So that's exactly what I did. I made an appointment with my gynecologist, which was literally, I think, a week later. They told me that I can't have an appointment for 4 to 5 months. And I said that I have a note from the hospital that it needs to be removed as soon as possible. So I got an appointment about a week later. So I went to my gynecologist and he kind of, I wouldn't say struggled to remove it, but it was hard for him to find. So he finally found it after like 10 minutes, which hurt like heck. And as soon as he removed it, I was bleeding. That's what I strongly remember, was that I was bleeding. And he seen the note from the hospital, and he said that it was in the right place. But in my head, I'm like, if it was in the right place where it was supposed to be and was low, then why would it take 10 minutes to remove? I wasn't sure if I was pregnant. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what I was thinking at the time. I just said, thank you, Jesus. This IUD's removed, and that was that. So I had it removed. Still no period. I bled for 1 day after the IUD was removed, and my period still didn't come. It was literally like, I would say maybe 3 weeks late, and I was still having the same pain, the same cramping, but now I was vomiting, which was like so weird. Pretty much the same pains were there. So my husband said, nope, go back to the hospital again. There must be something more major, something more wrong. And I'm thinking that it's maybe this cyst. This cyst is like growing out of control. So that's what I did. I went to the hospital, and they took me right away. I was there for only a few hours. They did the exact same test, took so much blood work. We also did an ultrasound like through the vagina. Well, we tried to do an ultrasound on my tummy, but they didn't see anything. They couldn't really see what was there, the cyst and everything. So they decided to go in vaginally. So they went in vaginally, and they're like, okay, wait in the waiting room and we'll get back your test. So I'm like, okay, whatever. What could possibly be wrong? Now, you know, they took me fast, so I'm like, okay, there must be something, like, this must be really serious if you guys are taking me fast. They even gave me some medication as well. Once they gave me that medication, I felt good because I was actually feeling the pain at that present time. So they finally called me. I was like, what? That was fast. So they finally call me, and I'm sitting down. They tell me to go to room so-and-so. So I go inside the room, and they're like, you're pregnant. I'm like, I'm pregnant? Because I could not believe that I was pregnant. Like, that was kind of, I didn't think I was pregnant, because the first time I went to the hospital, they told me I wasn't pregnant. Everything was fine. So I'm like, my period didn't come. How could I be pregnant? So they're like, you're pregnant. I couldn't believe it. And the first thing in my head that came to my head was, I was happy that I was pregnant, 1, but 2, I wasn't sure, you know, if the baby was in the right place. The doctor wasn't sure if the baby was in the right place. She was worried, I was worried, and she told me to come back the next day to do some tests. So that's what I did. It was the longest 24 hours of my entire life. So I'm gonna leave the video off there, and I will definitely do another video to tell you guys the outcome of my results. Again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. To all my new subscribers, thank you for choosing me to rock with. I really appreciate all of you guys. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. Press the bell so you can be notified of all my future videos. So thank you, fam. I'll see you guys in the next video.